for the second time tonight, we have a former undrafted rookie who is joining the show out of East Carolina, somebody who took the Ravens and the NFL by storm within the last couple of years, went through a brutal ACL injury, and now, as we all are highly anticipating, is building himself back up to become a fixture again in this Ravens offense. And that is one Keaton Mitchell, who, of course, joined the Ravens family a couple years ago. Your father won a Super Bowl in Baltimore, which was just a full circle moment, Keaton. We've been trying to get you on here for a while, and we're so glad that you carved out some time for us.
Yes, sir. Nah, I appreciate y'all for having me.
It's good to see you. Well, listen, let's get your reaction with what just happened. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. They just announced it. They're taking edge rusher out of Texas A&M, Shamar Stewart. Not a lot of production in college, but a whole lot of athleticism. Did you follow him at all? What are your thoughts over here on the Bengals and AFC North rival?
Nah, I don't really be too much in the or deep into the people in the draft. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just waiting for my homeboy to get drafted, a corner out of East Carolina. But nah, anybody. I feel like a lot of people that's not really looked at. They got a lot of hunger built up, so anybody can like prove everybody wrong. Like them underdogs can shock a lot of people. You know, I'm on the underdog side.
Yeah.
Clearly, he not too much of an underdog because he drafted round one. But we gonna see.
There's levels to underdogs here.
Yeah, facts,
Yeah.
facts.
Hey, we're go ahead, sir.
I was going to say the Ravens offseason training program just begun.
Yeah.
Where I assume you were one of the people there. How was that seeing everybody in the building again?
Yeah, no, it was fun. Getting back grinding with the guys. Everybody coming ready to work. You know, after my rookie season, my off season wasn't a real off season. I was up here every day grinding. Didn't really get a real off season, but now that I got a real off season, this off season is extremely long. Like it's crazy. But now everybody was glad to be back working out and competing. So that's fun.
Hey, Keaton, you're just jogging my memory here. Do you remember when you were lurking in our live chat like a year ago?
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
We're like,
Yeah.
who's this dude with the profile photo? Because a lot of fans will have the
Yeah.
profile photos of their favorite players.
Nah, that was me.
And Sarah and I are thinking, are we getting punked here? But no, keep in the house. And dude, I gotta wonder how your last year has been. You fought through some adversity. You're busting your butt to get back.
Yeah.
You now have a backfield that consists of a future first ballot Hall of Famer who I'm sure you've watched since you were young.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. And Justice, who's just like the ultimate professional from the outside looking in, hung around for multiple contracts now. He does it all. He's a blitz pickupper.
Yeah.
He's a pass catcher, and he's obviously a reliable running back, not to mention a special teams guru as well. How have you handled going from a great opportunity you got your rookie year and you just took it and ran to then kind of really being dealt with your first dose of adversity as a pro?
Oh yeah. This a game of football, anything can happen. This game like build character. So when that happened, it was automatically like, all right, first adversity. Now what you gonna do with it? You either gonna make a story to where it's a comeback story, or it's gonna be a story to where your career is over with. And I want this story to where it's comeback. He didn't lose a step, and he back to his normal self. And yeah, I mean, it took a lot going through what I went through. I'm way better now, ready to work, back to my old self. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah. I mean, talk about an underdog story, not only undrafted, but then to be dealt that injury, and then all of a sudden King Henry's in the building. And so it's just like
Yeah.
you have to have like just a mind of steel to be able to just keep grinding every single day. How are you feeling? Like, how were you feeling when you first came back? They brought you back mid-season last year. So how are you feeling then? And then do you feel even better now? Like what percent would you give yourself when you first came back, and where do you think you're at now?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me what percent that I feel. I mean, I don't really know the exact percentage, but when I first came back, I felt good. I was came back practicing. I was actually like doing real good in practice, like crazy, like feeling good. Breaking a couple runs. So they threw me out there on kickoff return. I guess they didn't want me to rush back and just give me the load. Obviously, you got Derrick Henry and Justice Hill, great running backs. So it wasn't really no need to rush me back, but they thought I could make a difference on special teams. So came back and tried to do that, did the best I could do. But now I got some time off to be able to really take care of my knee and do the things to get back to my normal self. Now I feel 100% back to my old self, running with the guys, full speed. It's gonna be a movie this year for sure.
Heck yeah. Keaton, at 5'8", you inspire sub 6 foot men like myself throughout the country. So thank you for doing what you do at 5'8". I know Sarah loves this, or she hates this probably. I'm 5'8" on a good day with Skechers on. I need the proper Skechers shoes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not in your wardrobe. I'm probably an old man. But they work for me to get to that 5'8" number. Can you please give us some perspective on your vision at 5'8" and how you find the holes that you consistently exploit when you seemingly just you have eyes everywhere on the field. It's such a joy to watch you run.
Yeah, I mean, 5'8", one, it's hard for the defense to see you, the linebackers to see you. Two, you just gotta how to feel, trusting your teammate, trusting your O-line, trusting the scheme, and just be able to hit the holes when it's presented to you. That was the biggest difference from college to NFL. Cause you be too patient, the hole gonna close. You just gotta get that feel. And I'm thankful to be blessed to have the acceleration that I have to be able to hit them holes and be able to make a difference when I hit the holes. So now you just gotta trust the scheme, trusting your teammates, and yeah, that's about it.
Keaton, have you always been running back? You go all the way back to Pop Warner, Pee Wee, all that kind of stuff. Has it always been running back?
Yeah, running back and corner.
And corner. Okay.
Yeah, play
So,
DB.
so in a pinch, because they always say you can never have enough corners. In a pinch, you could get out there.
Yeah, I can get out there for sure. For sure.
So what do you guys talk about this year? If last year felt like they didn't need to rush you back off of injury, which in the long run will be a good thing. I remember when I was working at the Ravens, we had Willis McGahee there, and he loved that there was a ton of running backs. He's like, all you guys are doing is extending my career, so this is great for me. So it is good for you long term. It's probably not fun short term, but good to like not rush you back. Have you had conversations of like where your role will be on offense heading into 2025?
We haven't sat down and talked about it, but I'm at the point where it's like with my mindset right now, it's like just to help myself out. It's like, okay, let's start all over. You're a rookie, coming in as a rookie, go get on special teams and go earn it. When you get that opportunity at running back, just make the best of it like you did when you first came in. So that's the kind of approach that I'm taking to this season. So hopefully I can make it count like I did my rookie year.
Appreciate you guys for being with us tonight. We got Keaton Mitchell, Ravens running back in the building. Hey, Keaton, it's the Ravens have been well represented tonight. Pat Ricard and Charlie Kohler were both on earlier. And so
Charlie is a trip, by the way.
Yeah. And by the way, we have a wide receiver that's just come off the board here. So thanks for your patience, Keaton. We're trying to multitask as much as possible.
Oh, yeah, no, it's good.
Tampa is selecting Ohio State wide receiver Emeka Egbuka. So at 19 overall, that now brings the Ravens within 7 picks of being on the board. There's still a lot of talented players out there. before we get back to you, do you have any kind of gut? We've asked every player that's come on here tonight, and I know you said off the top that this isn't your thing. You're just working on yourself and working on getting back to form and whatnot. Do you have any kind of gut feel if you were to be a betting man here where Eric DeCosta might go?
If I had a gut feeling,
even just position-wise, doesn't even have to be a specific player.
I say defense. I say either D-line or DB.
Yeah.
D-line or DB. One of those. If I had to guess.
All right.
That's been the theme. That's been the theme. Pat Ricard was like DB. He felt like, safety, that type of thing. He's been
I go DB, and then if not a DB, probably a D-line.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what's interesting to me is for some reason there's been some national pundits saying, the Ravens should get a safety, which is true. But they were saying because they want to keep Kyle Hamilton as the deep safety. But I'm like, wait a minute. Don't the Ravens want Kyle Hamilton all over the field? Like, isn't that the point of using him is to move him around? Now, I know you're on the offensive side, but am I crazy here? Don't they want to move him around and use him as a Swiss Army knife?
Yeah, nah, he can do everything on the field. But if I had to say, yeah, we want him everywhere, but we don't want him doing too much.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you think maybe keep him deep safety and then just once in a while move him around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Okay.
Let's get some,
deeper than that.
Hey, I wanted to I dropped a note in the chat, Keaton, just give our audience a chance to ask you a question or two if you don't mind. And Clinton here writes, what have you learned most from the running back room?
I look at the chat comments.
Yeah, comments.
We'll display it for you here, but Clinton says,
okay.
Yeah, what have you learned most from the running back room?
What I learned most, I go with off the field, some off the field stuff, how to take care of my body. Also watch film, what to look at. Just watching film with Derrick, what he look at, some tips he gave us. That's about it for real. Off the field, just some tips from Derrick, what he look at and how he approached the game.
Hey, Sarah,
Are you starting to eat like him too, which is basically nothing, it sounds like?
No. He come in with a box of lettuce, tub of lettuce, or spinach. No toppings, no dressing.
Nothing.
I'm not doing that. Nah.
Are you on a dietary plan with Sarah? I can't remember her last name.
No, I'm not on the plan. I'm not on the plan. But I am I have tried to stop eating fried food.
Well, that's tough. That's a
and
tough
candy. Candy my hardest thing to put down.
Dude, that's tough too in Owings Mills. You got all kinds of fast food restaurants that are available at the table.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Pat Ricard earlier on was talking about early when he was playing with Derrick last year. He actually got bowled over a couple of times because he underestimated, or maybe he put Ricard on his arse. And Pat was crazy. And I mean, he was willing. He had enough, I guess, confidence or humility to share this with us on the stream earlier. And so I wonder, one, have you had a front row seat to this? Like, have you watched that happen? And two, if you were to describe in layman's terms what Derrick has brought and how he actually uses his traits and his God-gifted ability to be the Hall of Fame caliber running back that he is, how would you say that?
Yeah, I do remember that because Derrick, like when he first got here, he'd just get in, just go full speed, like down the hole. But I remember that he ran into Pat because Pat, was trying to like be patient and wait and stuff like that. But Derrick wasn't waiting; he was trying to go right now. But Derrick worked on being patient and how we run our scheme and stuff, and obviously it worked. But can you repeat the second part of that question?
Yeah, it's mostly just like observations of Derrick and how he's still doing it at 31 and how he fits so seamlessly, it seems, from the outside looking into the scheme, right? And like how at somehow, some way, with all the miles on his tires, he's still at 31. Like, I always call him an ascending player. I mean, how do you view that from just your running back perspective?
Oh yeah, nah, just the way he eats and how he take care of his body and the amount of work he put into his body. Like his body is his main goal, main thing. That's how he is able to keep on doing it, and how he fit into the scheme. He a guy that willing to learn and from the coaches and not being knowing the running back type of running back he is, and he just willing to learn just like everybody else. Yeah, he give his tips here and there, but he wanna do exactly what the coach says and just learn from the coach.
Hey, another question from the chat. This is from Manuel's COD channel, COD channel. He says, "Who's faster?" I'm sure you've never gotten this one before. Who's faster, you or Lamar Jackson?
I don't know. We got a race.
Hey,
we got a race, but we never gonna race.
He'll never do
up,
it,
baby. Lace him up.
We ain't gonna race. He fast though. He fast.
Now
He'll say me. I say him.
See, I told you, Bobby. That's how Jalen Milroe should be answering that kind of stuff. I don't know if you've seen any of that Jalen Milroe stuff about, him being faster and this and that. Did you see it?
I didn't see it. No.
Oh, come on now. See, I told you, Bobby. That's how Lamar would have answered it. Okay, the fastest recorded time that we're aware of is maybe at some Louisville pro day back in the day where he ran a 4.34. What's been your fastest 40?
My fastest 40 was a 4.29.
Oh,
yeah.
But it was
now. Training. It was training. I had lasers up with
Are
my
you serious?
Yeah.
You hit a 4.29 with your dad?
I don't really talk about it. Like, so the week before I went up to the draft, I was doing like some ankle like adjustments and like slant board balancing and stuff. And I actually rolled my ankle, but I don't really talk about it. But nah,
I'm kind of flabbergasted right now. That is absolutely absurd. And I think Sea King's probably feeling good about his prediction right here. He says Keaton beats Lamar in straight line on God. So there you go. That is insane, dude.
I need to see you two in the backfield again together. I need this in my life. I know you need it in your life too, but like,
for sure.
Just like, what are defenders supposed to do when they're, when they're trying to figure it out between you two? Like, there's just too much speed.
Me, Derrick, Lamar, Justice. That's a dangerous backfield. With Rasheen Ali, get dangerous back there.
How is Rasheen Ali doing? We haven't seen him for a minute. I think he was on the practice squad, right?
Yeah, it was like back and forth. But he low key, he out the way, quiet. Good.
Yeah, but is he looking good? Is he looking good?
Oh yeah, he up here. He up here right now, working.
Okay.
Nice.
We all grinding up here right now.
Yeah, he was a 5th rounder out of Marshall last year.
Yeah, I actually played him in college.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yeah.
That's right, because you were ECU, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There's a corner off the board. Sarah, it's Texas corner, Jahdae Barron. He goes to Denver.
Oh, there goes Barron.
That was a compelling pick right there.
Okay, wait. You know that what that means. The Steelers are on the clock.
That's correct, and that means that the Ravens are 6 picks away. Now, Keaton, we got to ask you, be respectful of your time here. Do you want to stay with us up until 27, or you got to jump?
I mean, I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nothing to do.
I want to get your reaction to the Steelers. That might still be another 10 minutes away, but there's a lot of talk about the Steelers taking Shedeur Sanders. What I'm kind of upset about, because we needed Keaton a run on quarterbacks, because then other quality players at other positions that the Ravens don't need will fall to them. And I was hoping maybe some teams would trade back in, like the Browns or something, to try to jump the Steelers to get their quarterback. So the question is the Pittsburgh Steelers at 21 with only one quarterback taken so far, which is almost unheard of. In the top 20 picks, only one quarterback has been taken. That was number 1 overall, Cam Ward. Will the Steelers get their quarterback of the future? That's who we need to find out. What do you think of Shedeur Sanders? Have you watched him at all?
Yeah, I watched him play.
What do you think of him?
Pretty good player. It's just different in the NFL than college. I feel like, I mean, he got a lot of knowledge, people to go to for help. So I feel like he'll be fine. I feel like he'll do pretty good in the league. Just the right team got to draft him. If he go to the Steelers, he'll be fine. I don't know. They got to play us twice.
Yes, they do.
There we go.
They do.
That's the talk. Hey, Sarah, should we go to the board just to kind of update everybody on who is available? So this is Jason Smith's board, positional breakdowns.
Huddle it up, film.
Everything, yeah. Huddle it up, film. What's that, Keaton?
I said, here go the chat. I can see the chat.
Oh, the chat's like the chat's peppering you with questions.
My favorite food?
Yeah, get your favorite food.
It used to be crab legs.
Ooh.
Oh.
But I'm up in Maryland. My first time up here, I didn't know they eat the whole crab. I thought they just eat the crab legs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta dig in.
Yeah.
Wait. What years was your dad in Baltimore?
2000 to 02, I think.
Oh, wait a second.
2000 to 02.
Not to interrupt our train of thought here. I'm sorry to interject, but Pittsburgh's pick is out there, and let me just make sure this is the right guy. He's a Steelers beat reporter.
One of my guys.
Yeah, here it is, Derrick Henry. So they're not going QB, which means kind of makes you think.
The camera's cut to Shedeur Sanders to get his reaction. Oh,
well, it kind of makes you think that Shedeur is in serious danger of dropping out of the first round. Pittsburgh goes 21. They're taking Oregon defensive tackle Derrick Henry. That's according to Nick Farabaugh, and he's a Steelers beat reporter for Penn Live. So we'll wait for the insiders, but he jumps the insiders, and that'd be a big one, Sarah, right there. Defense for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, you were thinking that Walter Nolan was my guy. I mean, I have a few guys, but of the defensive tackles, I did like Harmon. So now you've got wait, who did the Bengals take again?
They went with
didn't they take Nolan?
Since he went with Shamar Stewart.
Oh yeah, they were Shamar Stewart. Okay. Shamar Stewart. Okay. Well, you got a lot of guys who are going to be coming after Lamar. I'll just put it that way. Keaton, you guys got to protect.
Oh, no, them guys ready. Our whole O-line is up here. I don't think our whole O-line really took any breaks for it. They've been up here a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mean working out in Baltimore?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Andrew Voorhees starting? Will he be ready?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt, he ready.
Because we got now Derrick Henry, nasty defensive tackle, going to the Steelers. We got Shamar Stewart, edge rusher, going to the Bengals. And who did the Browns take again, Bobby?
Cleveland took at 5 with that whole Jacksonville swap. They took also a defensive tackle that the Ravens are going to have to handle. Yeah, Mason Graham out of Michigan. So
yeah.
Keaton, did you see that at the top of the draft? It was like a blockbuster right out of the gates. Like Jacksonville gave up an insane amount of capital to go get Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was actually getting my hair done when I seen that.
Were you? What do you make of Travis's game?
It's different. He's a free athlete. Don't know if he'll be able to go both sides as much as he plans on it, but I feel like he'll have some packages here and there.
Yeah.
I like him at receiver though. He got great.
You like him better at wide receiver than corner?
Yeah.
Do you think that he could play both ways?
Yeah, just not a lot. Like I feel like if he start on defense, he can have a couple of offensive plays, but not like drive after drive. No way.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just Why do you say no? Is it's just too much to learn, or too much on the body, or both?
Both. And then matchups, like I thought he was gonna go to Cleveland. If he would have went to Cleveland, he would have had to guard Zay Flowers, Bate, and then go back and try to get open on Marlon and Nate. And that'd be, I say, impossible. You're not guarding them and then trying to get open. And then you gotta take hits from Roquan. And then you gotta tackle Derrick. Oh no.
Yeah.
No way.
Not happening.
No
not
way.
happening. Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, I don't think this quarterback run is coming.
It's happening. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the Rams maybe wanting to but then again, if the run never happens, why would they start? Why would they start it if they don't necessarily need it? You got Stafford obviously for the short term. He's probably on the back nine of his career at this point, still playing at a high level. But Keaton, they needed that quarterback run, and I don't think it's coming. So we'll see what kind of player is there in a few picks from now.
I wonder who we gonna get.
Yeah. At this point, Bobby, do you have Jason Smith's board again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Let's go back to the board.
And then we'll go back to the chat for questions for Keaton after this.
Keaton, thank you, dude. Appreciate you for being so generous with your time tonight. Yeah,
no problem.
Let's see. So Jihad Campbell there is at linebacker. He's in the green. And Keaton, this is all color-coded by our friend Jason, who's just a draft nut. And obviously the light green or the darker green is the highest of his sort of rubric here. And then he's got, a lighter shade green for sort of his predicted first round guys that could fall, potentially on day 2. But Sarah, Mike Green's out there, Azaraku's out there at edge. A lot of guys have fallen, though, in the last 10 picks or so. You've got Jihad Campbell and Schlesinger available at linebacker. Will Johnson's the corner. Jahdae Barron's obviously gone. And they could have their picks at safety if they were to choose now, which they don't.
Keaton, let me ask you. I mean, I do we both love Azaraku. I know that. Mike Green would be great. Pierce wouldn't be bad. But Keaton, what would you think of the Ravens taking an inside linebacker at 27? A couple people had Schlesinger out of UCLA. Jihad Campbell, he's talented. He just has that injury. What would you think of an inside linebacker?
First round, no.
Not feeling that.
Nah.
Why?
No, I'm not. Because I feel like Trenton Simpson, I feel like you wouldn't draft the first round. Maybe, I don't know. Not first round. First round don't add up to me.
Yeah.
If they do, sheesh, I'd be shocked.
Do you feel like watching him? Trenton Simpson, he originally had won the starting job at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Kind of lost it after a while. Do you feel like he's ready? Like it'll be his third year. Look, like Patrick Queen, it took a second for everybody to click, right? And then it did click. He went to the Pro Bowl. He got paid. He got paid by the Steelers, but he got paid. Do you feel like Trenton Simpson's like ready for it in this third year?
I feel like, his rookie year, he didn't really play that much. So I feel like last year was like a look of his rookie year, his first time really being out there. So hopefully this year he learns from his mistakes and be able to hold it down with Roquan.